Alright, for today's out of the box, we're going to go with Marvel 2-in-1. That I remember, this box is purely just Marvel 2-in-1. It was 100 issues with 7 annuals that come with it. I am trying to finish that run this year. Excuse me, there's a handful at the beginning I need, but I did find number 1 a while back, so that was a good find. Now, Marvel 2-in-1 to me is sort of an extension of the Fantastic Four with the Thing, but I love the Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-1, the ones that had more than one character. That way you could see a favorite character along with other ones that could be other favorite characters. Now, one of my favorite runs in comics is this one, and one of my favorite story arcs is part of this one. A lot of these. At one time I was just grabbing them like crazy. So I will bring myself repetitively with some things. As I said, every time I seen them I would just grab them. Now what a combination is that. Morbius made an appearance in the Fantastic Four movie. I've got 2 of those. And then Kazar. And this one is really neat because it's really him with Scarecrow, not DC Scarecrow, but the Human Torch is in there as part of it. It's my second one of that one. And then, of course, Protagra. And then again, another one of those. Now, I love them and the Invaders, so this was like a no-brainer. And of course, both of them were Invaders bad guys, so that kind of carried over. Master Man and U-Man. I mean, you gotta admit, U-Man, it's like the simplest form of a name. I think that would be Ubermenschen if you did it in German. One of my favorite characters, Doc Savage. So there was a story in one of the 180 books from Doc Savage that had something about the Black Sun, I want to say, so there might have been a crossover for that part of it. A little bit of Thor, Nick Fury, Thor again. Another one of my favorites is Black Goliath. I personally liked this yellow and blue. I thought that was a cool combination. And he actually is in the story arc that I think is one of the best. And I think everybody should read it within their lifetime. Iron Fist, Deathlock, Submariner, Shang-Chi, and I said it right, Master of Kung Fu. The Spider-Woman one, this is back when she still had the headgear like this. This is before she got her series and tends to be her earlier appearances. A lot of people don't tend to pay attention to as much as they really should. who is the Mystery Menace. Again, she's still wearing that same get up in that way. That is another early appearance of her. I happen to have a few of those, as you can tell. Mordred. Mordred is, I've got his first appearance and everything and stuff. I love his costume, the buckle shoe to everything. It's such a neat design for the styling. And Nighthawk, he's one of the ones I enjoyed from the Defenders and thought he was a great character. And again, another one. And another one. Love Skull the Slayer. Got the whole miniseries, got that run. He's a really neat character. The whole belt that he picked up from the alien stuff, and then turned around and used it to, save everybody and get off the island they were on. I like the fact that they incorporated him into the real Marvel Universe kind of thing. I think it's too bad that he never really got a fair shake to be a good character of that time and be more available. Again, this is sort of a oxymoron in itself. It's the Thing and Mr. Fantastic, but I mean, he's sort of with him anyway. Every time he turns around, it's in the Fantastic Four. But look, Skull the Slayer. That was in 35 and 36. So, and this one is with Matt Murdock because he's on trial. So, another with Daredevil again. The Vision. Black Panther. I have a number of these. Brother Voodoo. This would be one of his earlier appearances also, where he would be in. I picked up a couple of those. And the Captain America with the Cosmic Cube. Again, I do believe that this is an early appearance of the Cosmic Cube. Again, the finish of the next part with Man-Thing. And Captain America's still in it. Hercules making an appearance. Okay. I always love this cover. This is one of the ones that, as a kid, I had, not this book itself, but just because, gangsters shooting him up as it does, and Captain Marvel coming along there to save him. Yancey Street Gang attacking. This is another one of those characters I really like that tends not to get as much, even though Marvel eventually killed him off. Jack of Hearts. Doctor Strange with him here. And this is a mix of all of them. This is after she just changed over her costume. It probably was right at the end of her series, because only the last couple of issues did she have that costume on before she became in the Avengers more. And Ant-Man with him. You can see the little ants getting ready to attack. This one was one of those that got hot there for a while because of Moon Knight being an early appearance of his. And this is where we start my favorite run. It is the Project Pegasus. The Saga of the Project Pegasus. Now, this goes on for probably 6-7 issues at least. And again, you get Quasar as part of this. Wondar. If you look, next one's going to have Deathlock in it. It ties into a lot of the stuff that you see. And like, I mean, that's just beautiful work behind that. One of my favorites when I was a kid is this one. Again, I did enjoy this costume for him when Giant Man went that way. And this one we learn, even though it probably said it in other ones, we learn that he has cancer. So as an end result, he talks about all the different stuff. Again, we're still in the Project Pegasus. Again, Thundra. Again, that's one of her early appearances. We are still in Project Pegasus again by 56. 57 I always liked the cover of and stuff. And 58 is part of that. So again, we've run a whole gambit of books here. By 59, we're finally done with it. So 58 would be the last of. So about 5 issues straight, but they focused on that one arc, which is really neat. The Impossible Man. The Starhawk. Moon Dragon. The Stingray there. Triton. The Serpent Clown affair, I think it carried over into the Avengers and some other stuff too. I'm trying to remember, but I know there was a lot more on it than just this book. Hyperion. Look down there, there's Sundra. Always like this one. The thing and the Angel together, and this is Angel in his red and white costume. Excuse me, I actually like that one. Thought that was a neat costume for him. Just really enjoy that cover. Paired with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Got a few of those. The Thing in. So that's where you gotta read the book to find out who is actually in there. I've got a few of those. Again, Mr. Fantastic teaming up with him again. Teaming up with the Inhumans. Quasar again. Again, always liked his character, but I like him like this. I really wasn't a fan of the whole Quasar series by itself. I found that this was more the true Quasar to me that they actually originally were doing in Marvel. Teamed up with the Puppet Master. And if you know kind of the hero, or the story of the hero, he actually is Allison Master. Alice Master is actually his daughter. his girlfriend, eventually his wife. This is a special Christmas issue. So when somebody tells you to pull out a Christmas issue, you can pull this one out. Now we've got two Christmas issues. This is where the Avengers cross over. Again, floating heads, gotta love that. Again, Giant Man makes an appearance in this one again, which I really love. The Circus of Crime is in here, as you can tell, the different ones that are attacking them. But it's got Iceman thing and Giant Man all in there. Even though it labels both of them, he's also in there. A couple. Another Man thing in there, as well as Ben Grimm back in the day. This is back when they thought in terms of showing the stories based out of where the Fantastic Four started. So Ben Grimm as a man somewhere must have been around during the World War II time period. Wonder Man. Don't get him confused with the one they're trying to make a movie of, because this is actually the real Wonder Man and what he should look like. So we shouldn't confuse that. This is the Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond was fought with the invaders, and he was part of an old World War II team. And in this issue, you see his, I'm gonna say, you can see where he eventually goes, what happened to him. And Ghost Rider, again, I love the bike. The real Ghost Rider, that would be the, with Submariner again. Is Captain America, but also, again, Giant Man. So, great reason to pick it up. We're coming near the end. Got Sasquatch. Another one. Alpha Flight. Of course, since you got Sasquatch, you knew there'd probably be a tie-in with the Alpha Flight. Spider-Woman. As you can tell, the change is happening. Her hair is long. There it is. This is the death of Bill Foster, who is dying of cancer, who is Giant Man. Hanging the Human Torch. Spider-Man. Again, Spider-Man's own Marvel team up was running at the time of this. Jocasta making an appearance with Ultron, but you also got Machine Man thrown in there. Again, the second part of it with Machine Man. Power Man and Iron Fist. The Living Mummy. I always like this cover with all the snakes wrapped around him there, and again with him. Again, the funny part is just this would seem like impossible to team them up, but you know it does happen. And pretty much it's everybody else. And we got Iron Man. During the video wars. Yeah, this is big when video arcades were a big deal. And it's right near the end of this run. Rom. The Thing teams up with Ben Grimm. So this is the end. That was number 100. Now for the annuals. You have Liberty Legion. Again, great team. You have the appearance of Thanos, floating head of the Avengers, and the death of Thanos in this one. This one was really a big deal at one point. Everybody wanted it. uh, Stranger. And, and if you look at how wide the thing is in comparison to the Hulk is actually too small in that photo. But again, one of the ones I really love because if you look, the American Eagle, such a cool character. I really enjoyed that character, and this is a good one for it. And last but not least, this is a fun book, and my best friend got it before I did when we were kids, and he got to be just a big champion because they're fighting the champion, and he thought he was really cool. And this book was one of the ones where it showed how the Thing fought him, how Colossus did everybody. It was kind of just one of those things that the champion was willing to take on anybody to prove that he was, quote, the champion. But that is it. That is the out of the box for this Sunday. Marvel 2 and 1. That's all the ones I have. And when I fill in the gaps, I'll show you all again. All right. Have a good Sunday.